Hi, so today I'm going to introduce you briefly about the drone ecosystem in New South Wales. First of all, we're going to take a look at the sources and key stakeholders. For instance, we have consulting, counter drone tracing, for instance, FPV, which is a drone tracing events and competition in New South Wales. Drone testing location, for instance, AUSC, which is a center for drone testing. Finance, government organization, for instance, CASA, which is a regulates and oversee the drones operations, safety and standard in Australia. Industry bodies, manufacturing, so lots of different manufacturing company in this sector, which is going to be introduced later. Media and comms, play law, software, research and technology, sell, service providers, Chinese institution like university, like the University of Sydney or UTS. Moving next, we have key stakeholder interconnection. First of all is the B2B connections. We have manufacturers, service providers, regulatory authorities, research institutions, investor, government agencies, industry association, for instance. Here we have Australian Association for Unmanned System or technology providers. Like for instance, Intel can also consider one of the provider for the setup. For B2C connections, we have service providers, manufacturers, educational institution, investor. For example, some example of this B2C, for instance, service provider here, we can have Aerial Advantage as a drone photography service provider. For manufacturers, we can have Parrot is a drone manufacturers. For educational institution is University of Sydney. For investor, we can have a Squarepack Capital investor. For C2C connections, we have for the end user, like online communities or second-hand market, like on eBay, for instance. Moving next, we have the value chains analysis. First of all, we're going to take a look at supporting activity. Firstly, technology development R&D, which is very important for this sector. Advancing drone swarm technology for coordinated missions. This sector require coordinate with lots of different industry. That is why investing in lightweight materials for extended flight durations, researching AI-based computer vision for obstacles avoidance, so have to avoid obstacle on airspace. Procurement and supplier partnership, the sector collaborating with factory supplier for eco-friendly energy solutions. So most of the partnership they are looking for is they're looking for the sustainable partnership, partnering with camera manufacturer to enhance the image capabilities, sourcing the sensor from global suppliers for accurate data collections, for human resource and talents, recruiting experienced aviation safety expert for compliance oversight, onboarding software developers skilled in real-time data analytics, employing some drones pilot certified for complex maneuvers, collaborations and partnerships, partnering with agriculture's agency to develop drone assist crop monitoring, collaborating with wildlife conservation organization for environmental monitoring, forming alliance with emergency response unit to deploy drones in disaster relief. Besides that, there are lots of different industry that they collaborated, for example, mining industry or building construction industry or medical. For regulatory compliance, ensuring the privacy regulation for surveillance operations, complying with altitude limitations to ensure the safe and airspace usage, navigating complex cross-border regulations for international drone mission. Moving next, we have the primary activities. First is the inbound logistics. First of all, they're gonna sourcing the specialized materials and components, and then collaborations with supplier for timely delivery. The suppliers here is the can be the part of the drones or also supplier in technologies. For operations, they're designing, manufacturing, and then assembling the drones. Then do some R&D for technology enhancement. Then moving next, we gonna do the marketing and sales. First, we need to identify the target markets and industry that best suits for these technologies. For instance, like mentioned before, medical, marketing, events, or building, construction, and environmental department, for instance, conducting some marketing activity according to that, and collaborating with the sales channels. And next, for the service, we can provide service for the collaborating partner, and then provide some after sales service for them, like maintenance support, offering some training and customization. And last but not least, we're outbound logistics. We're on distributing finished drones for all security solutions that offer some installation and integrations and support services. Moving next, we're gonna discuss about the domains of entrepreneurial ecosystem of the drone ecosystem. There are 5 segment point we're gonna focus today. First of all, firstly the market. For network, this sector they accept networks via AAUS, which is stand for Australian Association for Unmanned System, is is in New South Wales. Some incubators and hubs. For example, here we have like UNSW, UTS, or Macquarie University. For innovation hubs, we have like Sydney Startup Hubs, Stone and Chalk, Macquarie University Incubator. Then university, government, and investor for mentorship. Like some investor here, we have like Square Capital or Blackbird Ventures. And for early customer, they partnership with agriculture, construction, mining, government, research, media, event firms for monitoring, inspection, survey, and emergency response. Moving to policy, we have New South Wales government support the UAV technology through policy promoting safety, innovations, and market access. There are also some existing drone regulations in New South Wales, primarily overseen by CASA, which is a Civil Aviation Safety Authority. For finance, so the New South Wales government, the budget invest 28 million in bushfire tech, including drone for escape routes. The EATP program, they invest 12 million. This program encourages the use of emerging aviation technologies, including drones, benefits to the Australian aviation sector and communities. This also even involving some foreign cooperation as well. For R&D incentive, they have tax offset for R&D, SMEs 45%. This program, there are 2 components of the R&D tax incentive program. First, a 45% refundable tax offset, and this component is available for eligible small to medium-sized enterprise with turnover less than $20 million, and it's provide 45% of refundable tax offset. And the second one is non-refundable tax offset. Largest company with a turnover of 20 million or more can claim non-refundable tax offset. For funding partners, they have some top investor back the UAV startups like Blackbird Ventures, Square Capital, LG Ventures, Sydney Angels, and Innovation Bay. For cultures, New South Wales promotes a culture of creativity and innovations by encouraging entrepreneurs and startups to take risks and think creatively. For support about infrastructure, they have lots of drones testing in New South Wales, AUSC, like mentioned earlier. They have some airports like Sydney West Airport, 4D, Sydney University, like University of Sydney, UNSW, UTS, or ACFR, and Data City One. For innovations hubs, we have Sydney Startup Hub, Stone Job, Macquarie University Incubator. For support profession, for legal, we have Navido, MacDoc. For financial advisor, we have PwC, KPMG. Funding, we have government grants, ventures capital firms, technical experts like AAUS, collaborate with university. For non-government institutions, we have AAUS or University Innovation Hub. For human capital, firstly labor force, we're looking for the skilled engineer, developers, data analysis, and aerospace expert, which is experienced in aviation, professional in R&D talent. For education, we have some university in New South Wales, colleges and innovational hubs and R&D facilities that provide the talent courses, skill, and industry connections. Moving next about the drone innovations inside, these are the sector, the industry that the drones ecosystem can collaborate and working with, like drone delivery, agriculture, photography, environmental, medical, or drone tracing, AI, security, education, data analysis, public safety, the infrastructure, and so on. For instance, we have here 2 startups in this ecosystem. First, Carbonis. which is founded in 2012. It advanced in fixed-wing drone for industrial and professional applications like surveying, mapping, and surveillance. For Drone Shield, founded in 2014, specialized in drone detections and security technologies, offering a solutions to safeguard critical infrastructure and building. Yeah, these are the drone like manufacturers, this company components, and this Drone Shield is more like offering the drone technical technologies solutions for companies. Moving next, we're talking about my role in this industry. First is educations. I can leverage my time as a student to gain more knowledge about the drone technologies and regulations, and then application through the coursework, workshop, and research. For research, I can engage in research projects related to drones, exploring some innovative solutions, and addressing some industry challenges. For internships, I can seek internship for the opportunities with drone company or research institutions to gain the practical experience. For clubs and organizations, can join some drone related clubs or or student organizations to networking with in the industrial professionals. For competition, can join in some competitions and expand my networking. For networking, can attending like events, conference, and seminars to connect with professionals. Collaborations, can collaborate with professionals or researchers or in the drone related projects. Yep. Moving next, we're gonna talk about the gaps of this sector. First is regulatory complexity. So the complex and evolving regulations surrounding in the drone operations can create a big challenge for the startup and company. So moving next, we have standardizations. A lack of the industry-wide standard can hinder the interoperability and innovation with this ecosystem. The skill workforce is also one of the big gaps because there are need for a skilled and qualified workforce to meet the growing demands of the drone industry, which including like pilots or engineers and very high experience of data analysis. For public awareness can also be one of the gaps because raising public awareness about the responsible drone usage and the benefits of drone technologies is essential to foster the acceptance and safety. Data security is also one of the big gaps because ensuring the security of drone generated data is critical concern, particularly as drones are increasingly used for sensitive applications like surveillance and data collections. So what are the actions needed in this? First, we should simplify the regulations, so make it clarifying easier for staff and company to do the compliance. Second is standardization effort, so establishing some industry-wide standard to enhance the innovation with the drone ecosystem. We can also do some educations and training. Can continue collaborating with some university and college to promote the education and training program to develop a skilled workforce, including like pilots, engineers, and data analysis. Then we can public outreach, conducting some outreach campaigns to raise the public awareness about responsible drone uses and benefit of the drones technologies. Then we can do some data protection measures, which is basically implementing some robust data protection measures to safeguard the sensitive information collected by drones. And yes, here are some references that I used for this poster. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.